everyone. So our project today is Healthy High Schools, a nutritional intervention to reduce risk of type 2 diabetes. My name is Vanessa. My teammates are Ria, Juliana, and Haley. So today I'm going to be talking about the background and significance. Our intervention targets high school students in low-income communities. We decided to use two high schools as our control group in National City, California, which is considered a low-income community within San Diego County. The schools were selected for sharing similar demographics. Morris High School has 78% of their population being economically disadvantaged, and in Sweetwater High School, 76% of those students are economically disadvantaged. The rationale for choosing schools in this area stems from the disproportionately high rates of obesity that affects low-income and minority communities. Morris High School has a 98.2 minority enrollment, and Sweetwater has 95.8. Childhood obesity increases the chance of developing type 2 diabetes later on in life. Compared to white children, researchers found that Black or Hispanic children had a 60% increased odds of being obese. Low and income minority populations typically live in communities where sugar sweetened beverages and snacks are more accessible. School settings are where adolescents spend most of their time, which is why we chose this area to intervene and promote healthy eating habits. National City holds one of the highest rates of childhood obesity within San Diego County. Our studies developed a stress mandatory nutrition education within homeroom class, within our intervention group.
So now we'll move on to the intervention and implementation. Our intervention study design is a cluster randomized control trial. Before random assignment occurs, food frequency questionnaires will be administered to both schools to record a baseline measurement. After the baseline measurement is recorded, the schools will randomly be assigned to either the intervention group or the control group. The intervention group will receive 3 changes. Students will receive nutritional classes within their homeroom class. There will be an implementation of culinary classes with optional enrollment as an elective for students, and there will be an adjustment to the school's vending machines by increasing the accessibility they have to healthier snacks. Through face-to-face and community delivery channels, the intervention hopes to create long-term behavior changes in eating habits that students can carry with them into adulthood. The control group will receive none of these changes. The hypothesis of our study is that participants in the nutritional program will have greater increases in self-reported frequency of vegetable and fruit intake from baseline to 10 months as measured by the food frequency questionnaire than participants in the control group. As researchers, we understand that high school students have busy lives with many extracurriculars. Thus, in order to prevent retention issues, all intervention participants will receive the same nutritional education within their required homeroom class. As students allocate time for school, we believe that including nutrition classes will be beneficial as students will strive to participate as it'll count towards their GPA. Culinary classes will be offered as an optional elective course. Thus, students are enrolled in the culinary class do so willingly and thus are unlikely to drop the class.
The first level of the social ecological model that our intervention focuses on is the interpersonal. Students are highly influenced by their family members and/or caretakers, and health behaviors are affected by the people that surround us. The teacher-student relationship is also heavily emphasized in our intervention, with the teachers acting as role models. The social cognitive theory plays a large role in our intervention. Altering the environment by adding nutrition and culinary classes and changing the vending machines impacts the individual student, but providing them with more accessibility and opportunity. The first construct is knowledge, which is targeted through nutrition classes that will be required for students to take. The second is self-efficacy, in which the students will gain more confidence in their cooking skills and it will not seem as challenging anymore. The third is vicarious learning, in which the teachers and faculty will act as role models while teaching the nutrition and culinary classes. The last is situation, in which the environment will be altered. The second level of the SEM model is the community level, as the environment plays an important role in influencing behavior. For example, a community that only has fast food will make it easier for people to eat unhealthy versus a community that has high accessibility to fresh produce. The community level will be altered through replacing the snacks in the vending machines. Diffusion of innovation will be used to distribute our intervention at the community level.
Next, we will be going over our evaluation plan. To make sure that our intervention worked as we planned it to, our process evaluation seeks to use monitoring techniques to ensure the fidelity, accuracy, and consistency of our treatment. These methods include taking inventory of vending machines, maintaining a food record, taking daily attendance, observing student participation, having standardized guidelines for teaching, and conducting anonymous course and vending machine reviews. Our primary outcome is to measure the change in food intake, specifically decreased sugar intake and increased fruit and vegetable intake through food frequency questionnaires, aka FFQs. These will be given before the intervention, during the intervention, after the first semester, and at the end of the intervention after the second semester. The FFQ will contain a list of common foods, and students will self-report their intake behaviors to get an estimate of their average dietary patterns. FFQs between students enrolled in only the nutrition course versus students enrolled in both nutrition and culinary class will be compared to see if there are any significant differences in dietary intake. Additionally, we will be collecting data on vending machine sales to see what snacks are popular among students and if they are choosing to buy the healthy snacks. Data will be collected before the intervention, during the intervention, and at the end of the intervention at the second semester. Our intervention seeks to make an impact on the risk of type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is a silent killer and often does not reveal itself until later in life. So by focusing on a youth population, we can inspire healthy eating habits early on. Research shows that high sugar intake increases risk of type 2 diabetes. We expect that by increasing fruit and vegetable consumption and lowering sugar intake, the risk of developing type 2 diabetes will decrease. More specifically, our intervention targets and reduces the risk factors of diabetes such as obesity, high glucose levels, blood pressure, while also encouraging a diet of important nutrients and vitamins and minerals.
This is our study's logic model. Thank you for watching.